Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today is a really interesting one and one that's been highly requested. This is a wear test and review of how the Apre Gel-X extensions have worn and what I think about them after using them on my clients for a couple of months now. So this set, if you remember, is a set I did a couple of weeks back. I'll link the video tutorial in the description box down below, and this is what it looks like 3 weeks after. Now hold up. Can I just apologise for the state of the underneath of these nails? The thing is, with Apre Gel-X extensions, a bit of gel comes out from underneath and it gets sticky, and all the nail dust and bits and bobs get stuck on under there and it's really hard to get out, so I do apologise for that. But let's just look at the growth here. As you can see a little bit of the Gel-X extension sticking out of the back. That is because you can't really paint so far up close because it kind of tucks in at the nail so that you don't end up seeing it, if that makes sense. So when you're painting it, it's really hard to get really super close without flooding the cuticle area. But as you can see, they lasted really well. The only thing that I would say was the ends definitely wore and I lost a bit of the shape if you compare it to when they were first done. But other than that, they felt really strong. So I'm going to do 4 nails for you and demo how I would remove and how I would infill. They are designed to be soaked off, it is a soak off system, and then reapplied rather than infilled. But a lot of people have been infilling them, so I thought I'd give it a go my own way as well. So I'm going to do my ring finger and baby nail. I'm going to show you how I would remove them. So I'm first of all using my e-file and just removing all the gel colour and all the design, and taking a little bit of the bulk of the actual extension down as well. As you saw, I took the end of the extension off as well, so it means a less soaking time because there's less product to soak. So I'd recommend cutting them down and then getting rid of all your gel colour and filing down a little bit of the bulk as I'm doing now. You don't have to use an e-file, you can use a hand file for this, but for me it's quicker and I can just use my e-file and take it all off and down. I'm then going to use my e-file and just take off that little bit of extra length. The less products you have on the nail, the quicker it is to soak off. So I'm just taking off that little bit of excess you can see going past the free edge there and using my e-file to get rid of that. I'm then going to get a cotton pad soaked in 100% acetone. Wrap it up in some foil and then put one of these plastic manicure clips over the top to keep it nice and tight and secure. These little manicure clips work wonders, but you need to use it with the foil as well, and it really compacts it in and keeps the heat all there. So I'm going to leave it for 10 to 15 minutes and I'll be back to remove. So once I've left them for 10 to 15 minutes, I'm now going in and I'm taking off that cotton pad, and as you can see there, it's kind of gone all jelly-like. It's really bizarre. I'm just using my Navy Pro Tools Doris cuticle pusher. It's really good for removing product when you're doing removals, and I'm just scraping off all of that broken down product, and you can see it comes off really easily. It may look like I'm being quite rough in camera, but I'm being super gentle. I'm just lightly rubbing the scraper over the nail, and then I'm going in with a hand file and gently buffing off all of that product, and it comes off really easily. You just have to do this with a light hand. I'm using a 180 grit file and just lightly going over the top, and you can see it just peels away all of that leftover product that's still on the nail plate. And then I just use that and file around the free edge to give it a little bit of a shape, and then you can go ahead and prep the nail as you would normally. So I'm just going to repeat that and show you how I do it again on the second nail so you can get a better look, and I'll be right back. And there are the 2 nails removed. There is a tiny little bit of product left on there, but I always like to leave a tiny little bit anyway so that I'm not filing down to the natural nail. But yeah, it was super quick and easy to remove. So with these two, I'm going to show you how I would infill nails, and I have infilled a couple of sets of clients' nails and it's worked perfectly doing this method. They've lasted well, but what I would say is only infill once and then soak off and do a fresh set. So what I'm doing is using my e-file and removing the gel polish design. You can do this again with a hand file, no problem. So I'm just going over and removing it all, making sure I get every last bit of gel polish off the nail. So once I've removed all the gel polish, this is what it looks like, and we can have a closer look to see if there's any lifting, and I did get a little bit of lifting. This was one of the first sets of nails I did with the Apre, so I was expecting a little bit of lifting, but it was very little. So I'm just using my e-file to take a little bit of length down and give it a bit of shape, and then going in with my hand file to redefine that shape and get it back to what it looked like before. Apologies for the staining under the nail, it is slightly yellow tinted. I had done a mustard set of nails and it got very messy and it stained the underneath of the nails, so please excuse that. So I did have a little bit of lifting here. I tried to get it with a hand file, wasn't quite working, so I went in with my e-file and just got rid of that last little bit of lifting, and then I did go over the whole entire surface of the nail and give it a good buff and an etch, making it ready to go in with the next step. So I'm going to do this to the other nail as well, prep that and get that ready, so that is ready for the infill. So I'm just going to prep my nail, and I'm using again the Navy Pro Tools Doris cuticle tool, and I'm just pushing back my eponychium and scraping all of the dead cuticle on the nail plate, just getting rid of that, ready for the infill. And then I'm going in with my navy nippers, and these are called Helen, and I'm just getting rid of any non-living tissue that I can see. I'm not nipping away any living tissue, so I'm just getting rid of all the dead skin. And then I'm going to go on to the first layer of base. I'm using the Gel Link rubber base, and I'm applying one thin coat of this to the whole entire surface of the nail. I'm then going to go in with the Gel Link's clear builder in a bottle over the top to build the nail and add the structure and strength and apex back into its proper place. So this is the base layer. I'm just applying a really thin coat of this, as I said, to the whole nail, and as you can see, it really does blend the natural nail into the Apre Gel-X extension. I haven't tried infilling with acrylic. I don't think it'd work as well as these GelX Apre systems. The tips are actually made out of gel, so I thought gel would work the best to infill. After curing that base layer in my lamp for a full cure of 60 seconds, I'm going in with one thin layer of the clear rubber base all over the entire surface of the nail, and if I turn it to the side, you can see here, this is not to build any apex, this is just to get one thin coat over the whole nail ready to go in with my second builder bead. So I've left that uncured, and I'm going in with the second bead and I'm building up the apex, and as you can see here, it's starting to get higher. I'm getting that correct apex and structure in, which will give it this shape and strength that it needs and reinforce it. And I'm just holding my hand upside down to give it that nice apex, and you can see here it flows really nicely, it's infilled really well, and I have had really good results with infilling on my clients as well. But as I say, just infill once and then do a fresh set. So here are some before and afters I thought I'd show you of clients that have had Apre Gel-X extensions, and you can see how awesome they look when they're all polished and painted and done afterwards. They really are proper transformation photos. So I will let you enjoy these photos. All of the nails are using their different style and size and shape tips, so I think it's really cool seeing the different types, from short round to long sculpted coffin, which are these guys here. I think it's really cool to see the difference. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and go on over to my Instagram account, Isabelmaynails, for more behind the scenes and photos of my work. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!